put this down here. We're going to put in workflow, and then let's go right here, insert new slide. Now we're going to put in here pips. Now pips, this is going to be pre-trade. We got to do, then we're going to do pre-trade. First thing in pre-trade is you got to find pick model. The second thing you have to do is pick pair. And then after you pick the pair, you have to do HV assessment. And then you have to come in after the HV assessment. You have to get the liars. Okay. Now you've got in trade. When you're in the trade, this will have to be a different video in trade. What do you watch? Does that make sense? In the trade, what do you watch? Okay, because that's a whole different skill set. All right. Now hold on just a second. Okay, can you see this? HV assessment. In trade, what do you watch? What do you watch? And then you've got post trade. And post trade's done with a thing called Boss Man. And then this has to do with expectancy ratios. Okay, ratios. This has to do with ratios too. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, laying something out like this, where you come in and you go, well, you got step one, you got to pick a model. Well, I could show you that, and I can just say it really simply. Here's the location of where you get the model. Pull it up, show you. And then here's how you pick the pair. Here's your HV assessment. Here's how you get your liars. These are and these are just reference points to go inside there. Does that make sense? Yeah, so this is something that we would have to cover just a little bit. Let's see, I hit the wrong one. Hold on just a second. So I haven't laid these out yet. I've been so busy, I haven't got a chance to lay them out. So if we came over here, let me just pick an image right here. I just want a toolbox. Tools. All right, let's just grab a tool right here. Let's just see there's any kind of toolbox or anything. Let's see what we got here. I'm just looking for something in there. I don't care what it is. I'm just looking down through here. Throw it in. Take me just a minute, because I need to take the time to lay these out. Let's look for something real quick. I'm seeing if I see anything right here. Not really. Nothing jumps out at me. Maybe that's fine. That's fine. That looks like a pretty clean image there. All right. It kind of gets okay. So now let's go add the next one in. I'm just going to make these while we're going. And then what you have is you have this is what this one would focus on. This one, it'd be in trade or no, pre-trade. And you have to look at this pre-trade. The first thing you've got to know is, when can I trade? When can I trade? You pick that. Okay, question. You pick it. You pick the time. Then what you do is you go to a weekly calendar. Yeah, you've got to go grab this. You go to that weekly calendar. But I'll put in the drive location. It's on the Google Drive. All right, I'm just going to grab it. Then the next thing you got to do is you have to look at what model. Pick it off the calendar. Pick one off the calendar. Okay. Then you pick one off the calendar that you're going to do. All right. You understand that, right? Once you pick that, then the next thing you do is so this one comes out one level. It's pick a model. You're going to pick which one off the calendar. The next thing you're going to do, this gets trickier. This is where it gets harder. You need to go in there, and we've got to come in here, right down here where it's got the liars. We need this to configure the model. This is just giving you an example. And after this one, really right here, you need to configure software. Once you have all that, in this pre-trade, you need all this stuff to configure model. Really, this is what you have to do. You need lighters and volatility assessment, and now you're going to configure configure software. I'm just going to change this. Configure software. That's what you're going to do. And I'm going to be recording this. I'm asking you if it's better to do it this way or with a flow chart. And I'll give you this because you're going to configure the software. You're going to go to an HV assessment and you need to get the liars. And you need to have that stuff underneath there. So we pick a candle. We pick one off the calendar, and then we need to go to configure the model. And so to configure the software, the first thing you need to know is you're going to configure the software, and you have to know what are you going to do. What do I need? What do I need? Okay, so you need to know this stuff. You need to know losses in a row. You need to know the volatility assessment, HV assessment. You need to understand the Excel spreadsheet. You need to go to HV assessment, Excel sizing sheet. You need to, what do I need to, let's see, what numbers, there's two things that you need to get here. I'm going to cut this. What do you need to know? What do you need to know? What do you have to know, Doe, before you can even trade? Well, you have to know, so you need to know HV assessment. You need to know risk. That's not it. So, I mean, that's not just it. There's a lot of stuff that you need to know. There's risk. You need to know, as you go through the software, you have to have risk. You have to have money management profile. You have to understand that. You have to, what do I need to know? What the money management profile is. So we're going to take risk out of here. This is what you need to know. So for configuring the software, I might bring this over like this. Okay. You have to know the money management piece in here. So you really got to know these things right here when you go to configure the software. And what you need to know. Okay, you got to go down through here. I want to bring this over on this other side. I actually should just bring this whole thing. I just don't have enough room on there. I'm just going to cut that and place this right here because there's a lot of stuff. The other one's really short. I know what I'll do. Okay, configure the software. What do I need to know? What do I need? I need to know. These are numbers you need. This is different. What numbers do I need? What numbers do I need? What numbers do I need? Okay, you need losses in a row, distance to stop, and you need to know lot size. You need to know max lots per trade, and you need to know max risk on account, and you need to know max size for all EAs before you can even configure this. So this might be not what you need to know. How do I get the information? This maybe is a better way to do that. And you need money management profile down here. You've got to have the money management profile. Now, some of this can get really in depth about how to get this. So when you go to configure the software, you need all those numbers unless I can think of some more. How do I get them is different. How do you get the numbers? And if I don't lay it out like this, when I go to record it with you, it won't make any sense. So how do I get the numbers? Okay, so first thing you need to get it from is the Excel spreadsheet. And in the Excel spreadsheet, you're gonna input. You have to input this. You have to input how much you make per month. You make per month. That's not your goal. This is how much you make per month at a job. Okay. How much? How big is your account? How big is account? And you have to put in how risk on account. And then you have to put in account type. And then you have to put in besides account type. And this will all be covered in a class Monday. Besides account type, you have to put in risk on account type. Let's pull up the spreadsheet so I can look at it real quick. I'll open. Yeah, I'm just pulling this up. Don't update. Okay, and this right here, let's see. Here, this is one thing that would help you that I haven't done yet, and this is slightly different. I need to go to Shift F2. You see where I'm over that cell, and I need to put this in here. I need to say, how much do I make at my day job per month? Okay, now, right here, F2 is, oh, shoot. I gotta go back. All I'm going to do is highlight each one of these right here. This is how much I make at my job per day. Shift F2. Is this helping you if you mouse over it? Yeah. Did we lay this out at all? We didn't, did we? Yeah, we did this on Friday, so you understood this. How much do we make or per day? Per day. Okay, this is the final spreadsheet in here that I have right here. And you go down, you need to fill out all this information. So you need to fill all this out. You need to put in daily ATR, or no, we'll just call it session movement. Okay. And then you got risk on account, and you've got liars, which is losses in a row. All the stuff coming down through there. Does that make sense? Yeah, session movement. Yep, and put bracket daily. ATR of session. How about that? Yeah. So let's move that over and see if that one comes over. That might mess it up a little bit. Let's see how bad that I might have to shrink it down because that's much too long. Because see, it pushes it off the screen so it doesn't all come up. So I'm just going to say session movement, and then I'll do it like this with a mouse over. So what if I go Shift F2 and I put in here daily movement right here. Let's put this Shift F2 and I put in daily ATR, or movement per session on average. Okay, that's what you put in there. There's different ways to get that. Okay, yeah. And then that one's obviously distance to stop as a whole number. That's what that is. Distance to stop as a whole number. Distance to stop as a whole number. Well, that could be. It could be. There's multiple ways to grab that. And once we get, to the classes at Rich Dad are not designed to walk you through what each one of these are and what you add in. And this is what people need to do stuff. So right here, this is margin level on account. So each one of these needs something that I put in here. So that is account type. This is just whether it's mini or standard account. Okay, let's go Control Shift F2. This is a mini. $1. $1 is mini, or $10 is a standard. $10 is a standard. And this is controlled by cell C6. No, C7. Yeah, right there, standard. Whether we have a mini or standard account. Okay, this is really a mini or standard account. Standard account type. Okay, so right here, this is the current price, and I've got to change that. I've got to change that. That's got to be looked up. This is going to be the current price looked up off your bank table. I'm just going to put this in. Current price. This is important because it's how we figure out our margin. Current price of symbol in cell B5. Do you see that? So that just grabs you the current price in there. This one right here, when you go in here, this is your margin in standard lots. We did this, but we didn't do it on mine. Okay, we do leverage in leverage 50 to 1. That'd be 50 to 1 leverage. It's just leverage. Leverage. So 50 to 1, 50 to 1, 50 to 1, or I better write, 50 to 1. So if you're a foreign national, you can get the 1 to 250, etc. Okay, or I'm going to put here or, and I got to take that 2 out of there up there. Okay, let's take that right there. And this one right here, you know what? This one right here just gives you your starting pip value. How much you're going to make or lose per pip. How much you make or lose per pip. Does that make sense? Per pip. Now this one is, this one we hadn't gotten through the whole thing. So this one is, you got your ATR, risk on account for session, risk on account for a group of trades, called a session. Okay. Now this is losses in a row. We got to do the rest where you get some of this losses in a row. Losses in a row. Now we got to do all these number of losses in a row. That should, we'll still put it in. How many losses in a row? What happens? No. How many losses in a row are you looking at? Okay. Let's see that. Let's grab that. There's that V lookup that we wanted right there. That's equals V lookup. It couldn't find it because of the way I did it. B5, comma, come down here, and you have to get all the cells that you want now, because if you don't get all the cells that you want, you can't go number 2, can't go false. You can't do that. Now look, see, it got it. Do you see that? Yeah, it was just missing the cell number. And yeah, so that's got that in there. That's good. It just looked it up and brought it over because we needed that. Now, right here, this is number of losses in a row that you're looking at. This is the percent of monthly loss. Okay, percent of loss of monthly wages. This is used to help you understand your own trading psychology. That's what that's for. Psychology. Okay. Okay. Let's go grab this. Your own trading psychology. Because if you get out of balance, see, people will just freak out because they lost too much. It'll just freak them out. Okay, it'll freak them out. They lost too much, and they'll just trip. They'll just trip. Okay, so right here, Shift F2, and losses in a row's effect on your daily wage. Okay, now this is right here, Control Shift 2. This is how much you're going to be adjusting, how much you will adjust up or down your target, okay, after each trade. Okay, this one right here, I want to reformat this one just like that. So I want to grab this, so it's the same color. Grab that. Let's grab this, Format Painter, grab this. There, oops, Control Z. We want to grab this one right here, Control Z. We want to go here, Format Painter, and we want to grab this one. See, these are your lots. These correspond up to that. And I have to change this to Format let's go to format cells. This has to be a double. Okay, okay, with 2 decimals there. Okay, so that's in there. So this is how much okay, so we got to add some more to this one. Shift F2. Okay, how much you will adjust, okay, adjust up or down your target, and you must make sure it does not exceed the session movement. Exceed the session movement. It can't exceed this. This is why I have to put it in a PowerPoint, because this cannot make sure it does not exceed this amount. Does not exceed session movement. I can change the colors in here. I can make the color a different one by making this slightly more. See where this says conditional formatting? And do you see where this is? That's 200 pips. If I go to conditional format right through there, let me grab this right through here. We'll change it to red, conditional formatting, highlight bars. If it gets greater than this cell, then highlight with dark red text. How about that? Okay, so let's make this go better. I'm going to make this 50. Look, see, that's a problem. Now, that's a good thing to do right there. So if it's greater than that one, so that's 0. That's a 0, 1. So we're not using that, and it grabbed it. So I didn't want to format that range of cell. So let's control back and let's grab this. I want to format this range of cells. Conditional formatting, because this will tell you, it'll make it easier for you. So do you understand that it should not be bigger than that? So if it's greater than that, turn these red. So if I turn this to 20, we have a problem. You're exceeding your volatility assessment right there. Okay. Now we're going to have to come over here. We're going to take this stop loss range. And if this gets closer than, I mean, there's one more thing you could put in there where it gets too close, but it's kind of too much for the beginning user. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in here, this is how much you will adjust your distance, to stop. Okay, that's how much you'll adjust your distance to stop. Now this one is just your lot size. Okay, lot size of each trade. Lot size of each trade you will take. Okay, are you understanding this? Is this helping you like this? Because you have to understand the spreadsheet, or you can't even start using the stuff we're talking about. Yeah, I got to split this so that this doesn't come over as far. I need to split this thing. I don't know how to split the screen. I'll have to figure that out too. Dollars per pip. I'm going to put that down at 50 right there. So I'm going to come in here, dollars per tick. Okay. Margin, Shift F2. The margin on the account, required to take trade. Okay. So, required to take trade. Now, if I do this, what this one does is we go up here and we do this. And if this one gets greater than this, we have a problem. And what that does is we'll have to say this. If bars are red, we cannot take this trade. We cannot take this trade. Okay. Now, this is dollars per tick. The risk on a trade per tick. The risk on a trade per pip. All right. Expressed in dollars. Per pip expressed in dollars. Per pip expressed in dollars. In dollars. Okay. All right. Now this one, losses at stop. This one, let's make this. So this one, cumulative loss. Both these will, well, let's do them individually. Right here and right here. We go to conditional formatting. We grab this one, conditional formatting. We're going to do it. It's got to be bigger than this. Highlight cells greater than. The cell we want is greater than max loss in dollars per trade. Right there. If it's greater than this, that means that we've lost. The red means that we lost more than we planned on. Okay. The red means we have lost more than we planned on. We planned on. Okay. That means that we lost more than we planned on, but we only wanted to lose, like in this one, 1%. What's 1% of 100? This is 2 levels too far. I missed it. Max loss in dollar amount. Drop the size at how many losses? We're going to lose 7 times in a row. 7 times right there. We're 7. This is off. Then we planned. That's off. Planned on. Okay. Let's go grab this. So if we go right here, this is, I think I can just edit that. Conditional formatting, manage rule. That's the one in there. So it would be, that would be it. But where does it apply to? Oh, if it's greater than I4, that's off. Let's put one in. Let's put another thing in here. Max loss. We planned on taking, and we'll get it from there. We'll get it from right here. Okay. Equals, this is going to equal, right here. It would be, well, we'd have to look it up. We're going to have to look it up. We're going to copy this out right here. Nope. It's not just that. No, because oh, yeah. Yep, you're right. That's the easy way to do it. Yep, you're right. Account size times 1%, times 1%. Yep, $200. But then we would have to, it's $200, but then we wanted the value. Oh, yeah. So if it's bigger than that, that's where we got a problem. Yep. Let's go change this one. Let's conditional formatting. Manage rules. Yep, good. That means you're understanding. I like that. That means you get it. You're exactly right. So that tells me this is helping you a little bit. So let's come in here and instead of I4, let's go to I5. Okay, now it'll just change it. Now, no, see, that's, I5, it's I6. Conditional formatting, manage rules. And this should be I6, edit. I didn't go down far enough. I6. Okay, there. That's right. That's right there. And we were off 1 because that's the maximum loss in dollar amounts, 344. That's good. Okay, so now you do the same thing over here, F2. What is the loss? Cumulatively? Cumulative. Okay, what is the loss at what is the cumulative loss? So we got to do that. Cumulative loss. All right. So now some of that should have been red bars. Red bars means we have exceeded loss amount desired. Yep. Okay. So what this means, this is loss per trade. That's where it's getting the 344 over there. This is loss per trade. And that's right. That's where it exceeded it. 109 is fine. It's close enough right there. So this one will be slightly different. So we grab that one right there, greater than this $200. Yeah, then we turn it to red. See, that's just one more level up because of the cumulative one. So this is on current trade that we planned on. Let's see. Red means that we have lost more than we planned on in the current trade. Okay. I need to put something over here. Yellow I don't know why I've got this yellow. It's corresponding to that up there. I wanted just this block of color to see that it went up there, but I can't make this green. You know what I mean? Because green means the user can input it, but down here, we don't want this changed. Does that make sense? Yeah, so right there, this is gross profit per trade. Gross profit per trade. Okay, so let's make it green, so because we don't want just sad numbers in there. Let's put this in, because if we've exceeded this, let's make this one green, not dark red. Let's go to green, and then what we're going to do is we're going to grab this cell right here. If it exceeds 200, we've won double what we should have. Green means we're winning huge amounts. Okay, the gross profit per trade, and green means we have won more than we planned on losing. We planned on losing. Does that make sense? Yep. Now this right here, this is our net profit. Gross profit. So gross profit. This is, now this one won't come up here. Now let's grab this one. Let's go to here. Conditional formatting, greater than, and let's make this one green. I got about 3 minutes and I got to take them someplace, but it's getting close. So this one right here, we would take this, and if it's green, what this one means, shift F2. This is, and then we could record this. Once we highlight all those, I could just mouse over them and explain them. This is the net profit, and green means we won more than our loss, than our planned on loss. Okay. This one, these I'll have to explain to you. These become important, but I don't want these yellow right now. I'm going to change these to red. Format cells. I'm going to change this to red right here. General. No. Yeah, fill. Yep, your fill. That's right, red. And then, but we got to make the fonts yellow. If you make that red color, that's got to be yellow. Okay, yeah, and that's the same with this. That's loss as percentage of account per trade. That's fine, and that's number of losses in a row again down there. But I've got to split this. I'm going to send this to Kurt, and I'm going to send this over to him. But I got to run them someplace. It'll take me a couple hours, then I'll be back. Then we'll have some classes, and I'll keep pounding on this and keep pounding on that. All right. So let me send this off to Kurt, and we'll go from there. All right. All right. Bye.